Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille, and today is 24th of March 2020, and welcome to live number 88. Today I'm going to talk about why do we lose a relationship game as guys. And as usual, it's going to take more or less 10 minutes to make this whole make sense. And again, I would advise you, if you decide to start, watch until the end. Because if you don't have 10 minutes, or if you just decide to quit in the middle, maybe that's the reason why your relationship doesn't work, and maybe that's why you're failing, and probably you're gonna fail because you don't finish what you started. So, or don't start, or just go until the end. Maybe you'll learn something. Listen, I was just thinking about many things regarding this manhood thing that I'm kind of creating here, and I started to think about why do we fail. I start to go through so many people that I found, so many of my friends, so many of people that I've been close to, that kind of failed in this game, and this way or the other, they basically let their relationship to fail completely. So many of them are basically not anymore, and it's not, well, it is, tragedy if they've been together for quite some time, and they didn't quit, then they get divorced or just stop being together. But it's even worse when they have kids, and it happened as well in few cases at least. And then kids are gonna pay the price. And I started to think, what is the reason why I see so many misery basically in many of my friends and many people that I admire. I see the same thing. And you see, I kind of thought about like a three stages on on this whole road to kind of failure of the relationship. And I want to take you through this so you could see, maybe you'll find yourself somewhere there, and maybe it's going to be a good time to do something about it. Because at least from my perspective, I may be completely wrong, but this is what I saw, and this is the schema that happens over and over again. The first thing that I say is that somebody starts a relationship, everything is cool, we in love, and so on, but then you get to the point where everything starts to be so mundane, everything starts to be so casual, that like day-to-day life happens, and then you just stop caring. And this is when it all begins. This is the moment when you start seeing that relationship basically stopped working. You don't see the full destruction yet, but this is the moment when it all starts. And I saw so many of my friends, talking like, my girl's only complaining, or we're sitting and talking, having beer in our hands, and all the stupid jokes that they say, and I can laugh at them, because I'm happily married, so every joke regarding relationships is hilarious to me. But then when I see that it's not so hilarious on the faces of those guys who are struggling in their relationships, and I say, well, at least you know at least you have some fun, but you've got to think about it, because you probably just stopped caring. And this is what many of us do. We just started it all, not really having any goal in mind. It's just to have fun. But then when fun starts to be mundane, then we just stop having fun. So that's the first thing you do. The first mistake, a crucial one: stop caring. Second, what you don't see until it bites you, when it bites you, or where it bites you, is that you don't see that when you stop caring, you're just giving all the decisions to her. You stop being the one who is leading. You stop being one who's taking this whole thing and make it interesting journey, making this whole as an adventure. You just let it happen. So what she does, because she's mostly taking care of your home, or your love nest, whatever you want to call it, then she's making decision one, making decision this about that. Then she thinks maybe it's gonna be a great idea to have kids. Then you've got a kid, and then so many things happen, and then it starts to overwhelm you, because first of all, you just let go of the control of a relationship. You just just give it everything to her, and then you're surprised that she made the decisions, and now the consequence of the decisions are biting you and you're behind. And then I see so many people talking or doing complete craziness. Because then I heard one of my friends, he said, I assume they decided to have a kid because, he wasn't surprised by that. But then he said, the moment my kid, you know, become part of our family, all joy of life left me. Because now I cannot go home after work and watch a game or something. It's like, really? So that's that's I didn't even know how to comment, because if you're making a decision to have a kid, it brings some impact to your life. That's obvious. And then really the game, in comparison to your child, this is what you're complaining about. And this is crazy, because I've got not far away, there's another friend of mine. He decided to have a child, and every few months that I was asking him how it's going, is brilliant. This is exactly what we wanted. Obviously, you're getting tired and so on, but we are having so much fun. This kid is a complete blessing, and we just enjoy it. It's possible, but you just have to be grown up and adult, mature enough to make a decision, and be aware of the consequence. And then if you understand what it doesn't mean, then make a decision. I saw so many people from my friends. They're just losing it to the point that it's like they're the first in the workplace and the last one leaving. It's like, really, they love this work so much, and then you see they're just running away from the family because they cannot stand, being with the child, another day. Really? And unfortunately, this is what leads. So it starts with you not caring. You just letting go of any control of any input from yourself to your girl. Then you're surprised and angry about the results, that she made a decision and now you have to deal with this. And then the last bastion basically of your sanity in this whole thing is basically destroying this whole thing or quitting. Because that's the only thing that left for you to do. That's the only thing the only way you can see, staying sane. And as I said from the beginning, it all starts with you, not caring, not wanting to be part of this whole project. So listen, there are two things you need to do if you want to make change in this whole completely pathological process that happens over and over again in so many relationships with my friends. You've got to want to be a part of this project, and then you've got to take lead, and not to be this tyrant who's gonna put everyone into submission, especially your girl. But it's just make this whole journey again, make this whole adventure that you want to be part of, but you want it. And trust me, if you say no, we're so far in this whole garbage that it's not gonna be, it's not doable to reverse it, and you completely don't get it. You've got to understand that our ladies are so loving and so caring that if you give her this much of your attention, this much of proof that you want to play this game, that you're going to do anything, most of them will give you another chance after another chance after another chance, because they still have hope that it's going to work, that you're going to wake up from this slumber. So if you do this and then just take lead, and you're just going to make it happen. It's just going to make it happen. And maybe it's going to take you some time to go through that old garbage and basically clean up what you messed up. But trust me, from day one, when you start do it and you be consistent in it, you'll start to see that everything is going to change rapidly. Because first of all, she's not going to be able to believe that you start being the guy that she wanted you to be. But second, if you're being consistent enough, then she'll come back and she'll kind of mirror the love that you will send her way, and it's gonna come back to you, hundredfold, because that's how they express their love. So listen, brother, this is what I want you to take from this video. Small boys want a toy. Small boys play with the toy and then after some time they just lose interest. Then many small boys want another toy. But whether they get it or not, when someone comes and steals their toy, they start to cry or they're becoming angry and they quit. True men, they finish what they start, or they just, when they decide to play, they play, all in. And that's why true men have happy relationships. So, as simple as it is, just stop being a boy, make a decision to be a man. Think about it and do something about it. And if you need help, there's 87 videos that I recorded. Scroll through them, find the subject that you need, or just, comment or contact me. I'll be glad to help you. I'll be glad to record a video about anything that you need, or just talk to you. Everything's in your hand. That being said, see you tomorrow.